Welcome back to Bazooka Kickboxing and MMA. Today's episode, powered by Hayabusa, is all about the best footwork you need to learn if you want to be an effective pressure fighter. All right, in today's episode, we're talking about footwork for pressure fighting, and this is one that I love because I consider myself a pressure fighter. Now, with pressure fighting, a lot of people think it's just as simple as walking forward, but the footwork is actually a lot more complex than that. So this is what I'm gonna break down in this video for you. Now, the simple way you would be thinking of, how am I gonna pressure someone? Where are you pressuring them to, right? So obviously, being a pressure fighter, if you're in the center of the cage, it's gonna be harder to control your opponent. So you wanna get your opponent against the ropes, against the cage, okay? This way, you can kind of track them and keep them there. That's the whole purpose of the pressure fighting. Now, all fights start in the center of the ring, so how do I get my opponent against the ropes? Now, the easy answer is pressuring them backwards, right? So the first thing, if your opponent's not so experienced, a lot of times they're gonna exit in a straight line. So basically what I can do here is if I'm walking forward here, all right, simple, right? I'm keeping a nice high guard and walking them backwards. Now, things you still need to be careful with, right? It seems simple, me pressuring, but what is my opponent going to be doing, right? My opponent's gonna probably try to counter me, draw me into a technique. So when I'm pressuring forward, I'm gonna be in a very high guard, okay? I'm not pressuring forward here, I'm pressuring forward here. And the thing is with my opponent moving backwards, I don't want to throw while they're moving backwards because we've seen too many people get knocked out this way, right? The prime example, Conor McGregor versus Jose Aldo, right? You don't, when you're moving backwards, right, a lot of times that straight's coming. So to attack before they hit the ropes or the cage is a big mistake, okay? So covering up the head. Now you see my footwork. When I'm going slow, say Matt's traveling slowly, I walk step here, like what we call our box stepping, 1, 2, 1, 2, right? Now with that high guard, and I explained to you why it's important, but now say Matt moves a little quicker. What I can do now is I use my gallop here, okay? And I'm staying here and I'm faster. So galloping versus box stepping in a straight line. That's if they're going in a straight line. Now, a lot of times someone might kick and pressure. So even when I am attacking, what you're gonna notice is you see me bring my leg up a lot of times, boom, right? What this is we call it our tie hop, but it's a way to take away the legs of my opponent, right? And it's a way, even if they do stop, right? Boom, I can control the hands. So as I'm pressuring here, I'm lifting up this leg. It acts as a leg feint, but in reality, I'm shutting down their kicks because they're not able to kick as I'm coming this way. Now, if they're a round kicker, you can come in this way, but what I do is I basically call it my battle ram. So with my battle ram, see how I kind of bring my knee across like I'm blocking a left kick. Now this way here, look, I've blocked off a right kick, a left kick, and any knees that they might want to pressure me. So as I'm walking forward, I'm using this lead leg here. And what it does is as soon as they touch the end of the ropes, right, say I'm here, and all of a sudden they hit the end, boom, boom, bam, I have a nice power attack off that little gallop step as well, okay? So that's more of the basic style. Now, say they're running very quick. This is for my advanced followers. I'll add this little strategy in. If they're very fast and you're effective at fighting in both stances, I can do some shifts, right? Matt moves, boom. I can shift my feet, right? See how I'm shifting? I can move a lot faster. Slowly, I'm box stepping. Faster, I'm galloping. To be the fastest, I'm using shift steps, walking steps, right? I can do that with a boxing style shift, or I can do it with a Muay Thai style walk step, walking knees, right? As I'm pressuring, okay? So those are ways, but you see how different types of counters, like if I know he's a kick counter, I'm gonna walk here with my legs. If I know he's not much of a leg attacker, I might shift off and use my hands a little bit more, attack the legs after, okay? So depending on the strategy, okay? Now, the main one that I want to give you is once you get someone who's experienced, they're not going to move back in a straight line. So this is where the most important part of the video comes into play. This is where I teach you how to use the zigzag. Now, if someone obviously, right, if I know I'm going forward, what's Matt going to do? He's going to circle out. And then all of a sudden, I keep chasing him, right? I'm trying to pressure him here, and he's easy. He can hand pin me, especially if my hand's here. I'm getting hand pinned. I'm trying to control him, and I can't. right? And then I end up playing my opponent's game. So what I want to do now is I'm going to start from this side, okay? As soon as Matt goes to his right direction, I cut here, okay? Now he circles the other way. I'm going to shuffle this way. Then he sees me cutting off this angle, he goes the other way. I cut off this angle, he goes the other way, and I cut him off. So using the zigzag, I'll show you from here, I'm able to cut them back. So by me traveling on a zigzag pattern, it actually forces my opponent to come back in the straight line, okay? So I'm basically hurting them against the ropes using that zigzag. So I will potentially start moving forward, right? As soon as Matt tries to change a direction, I'll cut, and then I'll cut again. And then I keep cutting him back until he's against the ropes, okay? So that's one of the more advanced ways to be able to do it, okay? Making sure you're able to, one, take that zigzag, cut off the angle, right? Cut, right? And this is even more important for me when it comes into MMA because of this circling and the octagon. You don't have those corners, so you have to use more advanced footwork to be able to get them in. Now, you might get some people who are like, hey, I got to stop moving backwards. I'm going to stand my ground so you don't push me, okay? That's fine, right? What I'm going to do with my style here, say Matt decides he's not moving back, what I'm going to do is I'm going to start using push-off attacks here. They want to stay here, I'll push them off here. I'll attack off of a push-off and then slowly get them against the ropes, okay? Or each time they finish an attack, I take an inch forward, right? They might be moving and trying to attack you. So as soon as Matt attacks, boom, as soon as he's done, I step forward. He attacks again, boom, I step forward, okay? See how I'm always thinking defensively. As a pressure fighter, most of the time you want to attack when they're against the rope and they can't move back anymore. You don't want to get countered in that bad way, okay? So understanding, one, I could push them off if I really need to, or I slow step them, right? They attack something, I might chop them, and then I close that distance. They attack again, boom, close that distance, and eventually I'll end them up there, okay? So I'll attack them on their exit is my best way, right? So what I mean by that, so say Matt attacks, boom, 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 I step in, and then once they exit, I attack, right? One more time. So he attacks, I press forward, then I attack, okay? This way I take away his ability to backstep confidently to be able to drop that punch, okay? So take that little inch or two every time they're done attacking, okay? Hope you really got a lot out of this video because it's a very important one. Being a pressure fighter is more about being a, you know, people think it's just being a bully and bulldozer coming forward. No, there's some advanced principles and you want to be safe doing it. You're walking forward, you can get countered, you need to do it safely, okay? Hope this episode really helps you pressure fighters to take it to the next level. All right, hope you enjoyed today's episode. Make sure you keep liking and subscribing. Hit the notification bell here to stay up to date. And we want to support the channel by going to Hayabusa Fight, all linked in the description below. The T3 boxing gloves, my personal favorite, with that double strap, keeping my wrists nice and tight, okay? We also have Perfect Sports Nutrition. Using code Bazooka20, you get 20% off of your supplements. Make sure you check out their BCAAs, their proteins, and their Altered State pre-workout, all three my personal favorites. All right, and last but not least, we have bazookatraining.com, online curriculum taught by me in so many different ways. We have bag workouts, home workouts, sparring drills, tutorials, all for less than $10 a month. You get 4 brand new videos every single Monday, plus an archived library of now over 200 videos. Enough learning for you for many, many years and hours to come. All right, hope you enjoyed today. We'll see you next time here at Bazooka Kickboxing and MMA. Welcome to Bazooka Kickboxing and MMA online training. I'm Bazooka Joe Valtellini, the owner here at Bazooka Kickboxing and MMA. Over the past year, I've designed and created a website to teach Bazooka curriculum at home and across the world. The purpose of this website is for you to, one, hit your fitness and health goals, all while learning world-class martial arts instruction from me. The beautiful thing about this website, it's geared for all levels. So if you're learning martial arts for the first time as a beginner, we help you progress into the bigger stages. And if you're a pro fighter, guess what? We have different fight concepts for you to improve your tool set and your skills in the ring or cage. As the fastest rising kickboxing world champion and a lifelong martial artist with over 30 years of experience, I've been able to combine my passion for martial arts and teaching to create this website. This website is going to give you some of the tricks, secrets, and inside look at some of the training I use to win my world title. Once you subscribe to this site, you're going to be getting weekly training videos and tutorials that you can do from anywhere. The sections are broken up into 3 parts. The first is bag workout. So if you have a bag at home or at your gym, you can use these workouts to supplement your training. The second is at-home workouts. A lot of us don't have the room for a bag or a bag in general, so these workouts are for no equipment needed and you can do them anywhere. And finally, the tutorial section. If you're having any problems with a specific technique or fight concept that's covered in any of the workouts, go to the tutorial section, learn the technique, and then go back to the workout, and this time, do it with proper technique. One of the added benefits once you subscribe is the forums section, where you can get a more personalized experience where you can ask questions and I'll be able to go in there and answer them. It's all about building a team and a community of martial artists helping each other grow. So subscribe now to get access to all the videos plus more so you can be part of the squad here at Bazooka Kickboxing and MMA.